everybody.
Welcome to the news.
We are so glad to be back and be talking some news that is very exciting for Gary. Me too, people anyway,
Yes,
but especially Gary.
I am excited. Finally, some good news, some exciting news,
Mm-hmm.
and this will be the first movie news episode where I am not completely pessimistic, and that's a big word, and negative,
Attaboy.
and Debbie Downer, David Downer.
Yeah.
I am excited to talk about today's news.
Yes, like you said, finally some good news. Things are starting to trend up. So it's
hmm
always good when we can talk about good things
hmm
and just some positive things that are happening. So we might as well just jump right into it and start talking about some images that were released from the Batman, the Matt
Images.
Reeves Batman,
hmm
and I know maybe some of you have already seen it, but we're going to go ahead and pull them
hmm
up anyway. So here's the first thing that we have.
There we go.
Check out that Batman logo. What do you think, Gary?
Yes.
You are the foremost authority on Batman. What do you think?
I I haven't seen the movie yet. I want a T-shirt with this on it. I want the I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've shared my views with you many times over the
Mm-hmm.
past year or so. Um, not thrilled about the casting
Right.
of you know Robert
Paddington.
Pattinson,
Pattinson. Yeah.
Paddington.
Something with Paddington.
I like everything else around the movie though. So I'll
Yeah.
just tell a quick story of how I came across this logo yesterday. Yesterday I was, I was kind of bummed out because, as many of you know, my beloved Boston Red Sox are abysmal this season.
Mm.
They are rebuilding. They are very, very bad, and which is fine. They're rebuilding, but rumors came out yesterday that they were preparing to possibly trade my favorite player, Xander
Mm-hmm.
Bogaerts, and I was reading that and just got very upset, angry, sad, stressed out, and I just started scrolling. And minutes after I was reading that, I saw this logo,
Mm.
and it brought me the joy and the hope that I needed at that very moment. So Matt Reeves, the Batman, everyone working on this. Thank you for releasing this at the right
Yeah.
time yesterday for me. I needed it.
Yes. And especially right now where things are starting to look up and things are starting to get like, hey, like we're trying to get back to normal at least, Like I've been getting all these notifications from AMC and Regal saying, here's where our theaters are going to open. Check out these listings. We can't wait to have you back. So it's just like, yes. And then, other stuff that we'll discuss later. But, then you have this. Then you have Batman pops up. And I was
hmm
like, oh, this is awesome. The logo looks cool. I like that it
hmm
looks like a real bat,
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
I think that's really cool. I'm feeling the whole red and black thing they got going on.
yeah, yeah. A little bit of NWO Wolfpack right there from Matt Reeves, and yeah. At first I was like, red, really, and then I was like, okay, I'm digging that. I'm digging
Yeah.
that. It's different. I will say everything other than the Pattinson casting, and the jury's still out on that. We'll give him a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very on board for with this movie. You
Mm-hmm.
know, every time I get kind of like I don't know, I think about Matt Reeves, the other casting, the images we've gotten, and then this. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm there for it.
Yep.
I'm
Definitely
excited.
watching it. I wish there was some kind of tie-in with this movie, but I can also respect the fact that it might be its own one-off thing, and maybe
hmm
just a really cool early look at Batman, which I'm okay with that.
hmm Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the only thing that was released, Gary. There was another picture that came out with this as well, and just here we go. Get some thoughts on this one. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Yeah.
Still the red and black. Still,
hmm
I like it because it looks very comic book art
hmm
the way they did it. But there's a look at at Robert Pattinson and in the cape and cowl. What do you
hmm
think, Gary?
Digging it. Totally digging it. Saw this right there with that poster, the logo. It's got a nice Frank Miller vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
especially with just the way he looks. It looks intense. It looks exactly what this movie needs to be, and
Yeah.
I'm digging it very much so.
Yeah. The only thing that I was like, this looks a little weird, is the fact that he has a collar on.
Oh,
Like
does he?
it looks like he
Oh yeah,
popped a collar. Like
yeah,
that was the only thing I was like, huh,
yeah.
that's interesting. The only time I've ever seen, like me personally, I've seen
Oh,
a
he does,
collar.
doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Uh,
The only time I've ever seen him have a collar was like
hmm
in in that comic where it's like he's a samurai in Japan kind of thing. So it
Oh
kind of like made me think
yeah.
of that a little bit. But I mean, no, but it looks cool. Like it looks,
Well, the 1920s Batman looks like he's about to board the Titanic. You
yeah,
know, Batman
yeah.
saves the Titanic. That's the movie I want right there.
There we go.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, and that'd be hilarious. Batman shows up to save the Titanic, and then all of a sudden history's changed forever.
yes,
But
yes.
but yeah, but
Saves Leo.
this is something that looks really cool, and I was
It does
just
look cool.
excited uh, to see that. Cole says he can dig it.
Cool.
It does look cool.
Hmm.
So Cole's on board with us on those. It does. It looks really really cool. There's so much about this movie had, like you said, has it going for it. The stuff that we've seen little bit so far has been nice, and then Matt Reeves directing, which he directed uh, two of the three of the Planet of the Apes movies, which I love.
Hmm.
So and he's done other great things too. But there's just a lot going for it. We just got to see. Maybe we'll
Hmm.
see how Sir Robert impresses us when we eventually see Tenet. But
Yeah,
but maybe
yeah,
we'll see. Maybe we'll see.
yeah. Tenet will say a lot, I think, when it
Hmm.
comes to this, as far as he goes. But so far, like I said, I'm really liking what we're getting, um,
Hmm.
and the excitement always is always going to be there with me, personally when it comes to Batman.
Right.
Um, but everything that keeps getting released about it, I'm more and more excited and on board for.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So I'm
yeah,
hoping this trend of awesome continues with this, and it actually ends up being a great movie.
yes,
So
because logos are cool, posters are cool, but you got to have a good movie to go along with it. So
that's
let's
right.
see.
Yeah. And then other good Batman news,
Use Batman use
Batman
news.
news, other good Batman news. And Gary, I know this is going to be very exciting for you, but that man right there
There it
is
is.
back
It's
to
back.
be Batman.
Hmm.
And the reports are that he is back as Batman for the Flash movie, which I'm
Hmm.
assuming, like they're talking about him, they're talking about Michael Keaton, like we've talked about that
Hmm.
one before. It's obviously keep saying Flash movie. Let's just put it out there. It's going to be Flashpoint. Like
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah.
be something
Flashpoint.
like that. Like I'm sure it's
Hmm.
Flashpoint, but he's back. And Gary, tell us how you
Yeah.
feel.
Well, I mean, huge Batfleck fan. Loved him in especially the Ultimate Edition. And I've always been a Ben Affleck fan ever since I
Hmm.
was younger. And this is great news to me for many reasons. One, I've wanted to see him back in this character for ever since he stepped out.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think that excites me. What they're doing with Flashpoint, bringing in him, Keaton, that whole story
Hmm.
is going to be just very interesting, and I can't wait to check it out. But also, not only is it good news to see him back in his character, but one of the reasons why he stepped down is because his personal life, Ben Affleck's personal life was
Hmm.
was not going well. He had, you know, fallen off the wagon, I believe, with
Right.
alcohol. But he has started to trend back up, and he started to get healthy and get his family back together, get his life back together. And I think this proves that this is happening, that he's doing well. So
Yeah.
happy to see it, and I'm really excited and interested at what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Probably cautiously excited because you
Hmm.
know how it is when you try to stick too much into a movie.
Hmm.
It doesn't always go well.
Hmm.
But if they do like, I mean, I'm just going to call it Flashpoint because that's probably pretty
Yeah.
much what they're doing. If they do
Hmm.
Flashpoint right, this could be done very well.
Hmm.
Because you have separate stories that you're trying to tell. Granted, you're trying to link them all together, but it could be done very
Hmm.
well. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of, are they going to try to have them all in one scene at some point? Like maybe he brings them all back for some big battle. Then you have
Hmm.
Batfleck, you have Keaton, and then,
Hmm.
maybe that stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool if they just said the heck with it and brought an animated series Batman somehow. Kevin
Yeah, I know, right?
Conroy, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
Like you have the scene with them all together, and there's like a TV in the background that's playing like the animated series, so
Yeah,
they could say they had it all in one. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be cool how they do it, and I hope somehow. And I think one of the reasons he's back too is to film some stuff for the Snyder Cut. I think is
Hmm.
that correct? I think he's doing some stuff with that they needed to do.
Yeah, there were rumors
Um,
about that, but then there's also
yeah.
rumors they're not doing reshoots. So I don't know. I don't
Oh,
know what's
really? Oh,
true.
okay.
Yeah, I
It
don't
would be
know.
really cool if somehow in the Snyder Cut they hint to what they're gonna do with Flashpoint.
Yeah.
But what's really great about all this, what we just talked about with the Batman with Matt Reeves, and now this is just there's so much really great Batman stuff, really great DC stuff, and
Hmm.
I like where they're headed. But but let's see if we get some good movies though. That's the big part, you know.
That, yes,
So
that will always be the big part. We'll
hmm
see what happens. People, they do exciting things, and then sometimes they do stupid things and screw it up for everybody.
hmm yeah, don't do that.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
please don't do that. So we'll
Who
see
is
what.
is there any more news about the Flashpoint movie? Like who is directing that? Is there anything like
That
on
might
that?
be stuff that they bring out tomorrow during the DC
Oh,
fandom because
okay.
they do have some Flash stuff on
Okay.
there that they're looking at,
Gotcha.
and so yeah, so we can talk about more of that here in a second too. But
hmm
yeah, but that's we'll might find out more stuff tomorrow.
hmm
So,
Yeah.
but before we get to that, we will talk more about DC fandom stuff. We want to tell you guys what we're hoping to do with that. But before
hmm
we get to that, um, there's been a lot of
Tenet.
buzz going on with Tenet. Now,
hmm
we've talked about this a lot. We've both been looking forward to this. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. But there's always been the kind of like, okay, well, like we know he wants it to come to theaters, but what's going to happen? And there's been a
hmm
lot of scaredness over that. But I just wanted to share this. This is from Variety, and it's saying like Tenet fever grips UK, claiming over half of ticket sales for View's
hmm
cinema chain. So the cinema chain there um, in the UK, and so they have the numbers down here. Let's see where is it at here? Like far accounts for 60% of tickets sold. I
hmm
heard the other I think yesterday or the day before that it's already reached like 75%. So this article
Wow.
is a little out of date already, but like
hmm
but it was just showing that like once they opened up pre-sale tickets, that midnight on Tuesday, it just skyrocketed. Like people were ready to get back
hmm
into the
Yeah.
theater and to see this movie.
hmm
And um, so for me, like this is just exciting because you and I have been. I don't know what's going to happen to theaters. People are doing
Yeah.
all this stuff. What's going to happen? I think this is a positive in the right
Oh
direction for
yeah.
people like us who are excited
hmm
for this.
It's a huge positive. It shows that we haven't opened here yet, but around the world, people are ready to get back to the theater, ready to have some normalcy, and ready to see um, what looks to be a really good movie. And
Hmm.
and it makes me. It's nice because it shows that you and I are not alone. you
Yes.
know, other people want to get back to the theater, and people want to see this movie.
Hmm.
And yeah, and it's a very good sign. Very good.
Yes. Very good sign. I'm so excited. I
I
can't
know.
wait. Gary and I, for those watching, Gary and I are trying to make a plan to go
hmm
wherever we have to go to watch
We are
this movie.
going. Yeah, we I just wrote it. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because we haven't officially gotten tickets yet. But
Right.
right before we went live, I wrote in my planner our plans to go see this
Hmm.
because theaters not open here in North Carolina yet, and they will not be when this does come to the states and is
Hmm.
released. We're gonna make it happen
Yeah. And we
because
can't have no spoilers. And plus, we want to have a review of a new movie we saw in theater for all you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Is it too much to ask?
Yeah, exactly. So that is just continue to be exciting. And Gary, I don't know if you heard,
hmm
but the report came out that there's like I don't know, I think like only 5% CGI in this film. Like they pretty much
Really?
practically filmed everything, and that
Wow.
they like some of the scenes they just literally filmed it backwards to like do some stuff. And so
wow.
like I know we'll see. I can't wait like to see what happens with it. But it just looks exciting
Yeah.
and exciting because I also have no idea what the crap it's about. So I like
I have
going
no
into a
idea.
movie when I don't know what's going to happen.
I have no clue what this movie's about. I've heard the rumors. I've tried to stay away from them,
Yeah,
but yeah.
yeah.
but yeah,
Which
that's really cool because Nolan he really goes all out for his movies.
oh
And
yeah.
like we were talking about with Spielberg on Monday for our Jurassic Park episode, if you haven't checked it out, go back and watch it in our
Mm-hmm.
archives or archives.
Yeah,
And we'll be
whatever.
back Monday with the Lost World. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, Christopher Nolan, he's cut from that same cloth as Spielberg.
Yeah.
Innovative, going all out. You know, trying to use as little CGI as possible and being practical. So
Mm-hmm.
filming a scene backwards, it's interesting.
I know,
Yeah.
very interesting. But he's always pushing the envelope, which I appreciate,
Mhm.
and I'm
Mhm.
glad that he's doing that. So I'm excited that this will be the first movie that we see
Mhm.
getting back into things, and plus, like I just can't handle, like let's put it this way: starting next week, stay off the interwebs
Mhm.
because because with it being overseas, you don't want to see leaks. You don't want to see anything of this movie with it releasing overseas
Mm-hmm.
next week. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you're in North Carolina and you can't go somewhere to see it, North Carolina movies at best won't open up until the week after this releases in the States.
Yeah.
So, like, stay off the interwebs starting next week, or else you will
Yeah.
be spoiled. Unless you don't care,
Yeah.
then be spoiled. But guys like us, there's
Yeah.
no way.
No. Yeah. Don't. And it's a shame we have to say that because there are people out there that they live to be
Hmm.
spoilers and want to spoil things. And
Yeah.
I remember one time it was when Endgame came out, and a lot of us hadn't gotten tickets yet. You and I had seen it, and I
Hmm.
yelled at one of the middle school students who came in trying to spoil Endgame on a
Oh
Wednesday
man,
night. I was like, "You are not going to do that here."
this is not what life is about. You stop.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like that is not cool. That's what I told him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It isn't cool.
avoid spoilers. Avoid spoilers.
Yeah. And Cole, look at that. If he doesn't see this movie, he's gonna cry. We've got him hyped. Good. Good, Cole.
Yeah, yeah. I am hyped
Good.
as well.
Yeah. Don't you worry, Cole. We'll go watch it. We'll tell you our thoughts on it, and then we'll go back again when it opens up here and just take you with us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because like any Nolan movie, it's probably gonna need a second viewing at the very least.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
Yeah. To really understand a lot of stuff.
Get a copy of the script. Read that as you watch it.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah. But yeah, it's we're gonna have to travel to go see it, and I feel like it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Good. Cole is down. He said that sounds good.
Breaking news: Cole is down to see this with us.
Yes.
And wait,
Excellent.
that's good.
Because like I said, we'll have to see it again a second time anyways when things open up here. So it's gonna have to happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So just some things on the wrap up end. We mentioned earlier the DC Fandom event, which if you want to be a part of that, it's completely free. Go to
Really cool.
DCFandom.com. You make your little account, and then you see the list of everything they're going to have online, and you can make your own little schedule. And Gary and I did that. We're hoping. See, I'm hoping to see maybe the Matt Reeves Batman, maybe like a little teaser trailer or sneak peek. That would be nice. There seemed to be piping that out. So I'm hoping to see that. There's going to be a Justice League trailer, supposedly. So hopefully that does happen. So there's going to be some cool stuff there. And Gary and I are going to try to catch what we can, and then hopefully maybe talk about it on here next week sometime.
Yeah, I went through the list and I was like, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. And I was like, but I have to be realistic. I was like, I got to really focus on the really important things. So the two things I'm really going to try for are the Batman and the Snyder Cut stuff.
Yeah.
Check that out. And because I have some family stuff tomorrow, I got to build a trampoline for the kids.
We just finished ours last week.
Oh yeah, right on.
Yeah.
And my dad's going to be in town, so I'm going to make my dad watch the Batman stuff with me.
There you go.
And yeah, it's cool, and I like that it's free. I went on there, kept waiting for the catch that you need to enter your credit card information, but
right?
Check it out, and it could be pretty cool,
Yeah, and if you guys are able to check stuff out, we won't be able to see everything. So maybe Gary can see some stuff that I didn't, and vice versa. We can tell each other. You can chat with us live, maybe on some stuff you watched that we weren't able to catch. And just be cool to kind of talk about and get our thoughts and honestly kind of just see what the future of DC is going to look like. That's what I feel like this event's going to be about. It's like, here's the future of DC and where we're going. And I'm sure they'll talk about comics, movies, everything, but I think that'll be pretty cool.
It looks to be a celebration of their biggest characters. There's like, the voices of Batman, like all the animated stuff. Batman
History of the Joker.
Beyond Batman, History of the Joker. It's like a celebration of that plus future of where they're going, that type of stuff. So it'd be interesting. It'd be very cool to check out. So hopefully it rains tomorrow and I can watch this stuff all
watch
day.
A little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's gonna be cool.
Yep, gonna be very cool. So that is the news that we have for you guys today. Thanks for joining us. As always, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell.
Ding.
Yep, so you don't miss out. And just keep sharing with your friends and any other movie lovers that you know or people who are just trying to learn more about movies. They can get our quote-unquote expertise and expertise.
Yep.
I can't speak today, but
that's fine.
Either way, let's put it this way. Remember, we're just regular guys. So if you want the regular guy view on things, we're for you.
Regular guys talking about movies and reporting on the news of movies.
Yeah, pretty
Thank you
much.
for joining us on the news.
Yes.
Do,
Right.
News.
News.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll catch you Monday for
Monday.
part 2 of our deep dive into the Jurassic Park franchise. It's
Yeah,
going to
you
be
don't
very
want to miss it.
exciting.
You do not want to miss it. We are going to go into The Lost World, starring Sir Vince Vaughn.
Yes. Yes. And
So-
Jeff Goldblum, but
Oh, yes.
but
yes.
Vince Vaughn too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely plenty to say about that movie, that's for sure.
No doubt. No doubt.
So-
But we will save that for Monday.
Yeah, we'll save that for Monday. We will see you guys then.
Yeah. Cole,
right.
go do your homework.
That's right. Or whatever homework you missed out on this week. Catch up
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
All right. See you
See you,
guys.
everybody. That was the news.